morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Jazzabrations Live. My name is Linda Morgan. Thank you for joining me this morning on this 1-hour ride. I am so excited, as you guys can see, this being my second taping of Jazzabrations Live. I'm going to start this morning. We're going to just go into as many people as possible who want to call in and just say hi to me. This is going to be a morning of just calls. I had planned on having my blues legend, Joe Kincaid, on the show this morning, but he's not up to it this morning, so because he has a full show this evening, which I understand. So the show must go on. And so I just decided this morning on my second taping that I will just take calls from you. All of my friends who are on Facebook, who follow me, who know me, who love me, who care about me, just call in and just say hi. The number is 323-293-3375. But I wanted to just give you a little background until we start getting the calls coming in. I started this work of, I'm going to talk basically around the Jazz Legends events that we are doing. I started this work 7 years ago in 2010 after a much needed conversation around legacy jazz preservation. And it became crystal clear to me that we have people in the world who don't care about being genuine, unique, honest, but they would rather steal or take what someone else has built. And so this similar incident happened, and it just prompted me to think and start to wonder, how many other people is this type of thing happening to? And mind you, I come from the background. I got my introduction to jazz, straight ahead jazz, from my older brother, Lonnie. He used to listen to Hugh Masekela all the time because he played bongos. And so my first initial introduction to straight ahead jazz was through him as I was coming up. And he used to have a singing group, something like the Temptations back in the day. But he always would play Hugh Masekela every morning. So as years go by, of course, I didn't gravitate towards jazz or anything like that. And then I got into sponsorships of jazz through working for auto dealerships, Long Beach Mercedes in downtown LA, for those who know me and have known me for a while. And so my passion started building around festivals and the music, and you know, the person who's really responsible for me getting the bug would be, you know, Al Williams, of course, with the Long Beach Jazz Festival. Hey, Al, I know you're not up this time of morning. What I've come to understand is that musicians, they're not getting up this early either. So on the days when we are actually having our show, which is tonight from 5 to 7, I'll be broadcasting early, 8:30 to 9:30 that morning. And so I've realized that this show on the day of will be focused to my young lions, because they could get up and come and be here in the studio with me. Sorry, y'all, you know that's just me being silly. But that way I can have a focus for this show on the day when we are actually having our Jazzabration, which is from 5 to 7 at Morningside United Church of Christ. Our address is 8722 Crenshaw Boulevard. We do have a few seats left. You blues lovers, please come out and support Bernie Pearl, Joe Kincaid, Lady Gigi, Daryl Duffy Glenn, Guitar Shorty will be in the house, as well as Fritz Wise bringing up the rear on the drums. So I would appreciate it if you'd like to participate in the show and you'd like to come. Tickets are $25 today, because it is the day of the show, and you're welcome to come and see if we have any seats available. Now, back to the legacy preservation. And so once we realized that someone would have the audacity to try to steal a legacy of someone who had built it over many years, it just prompted me to start thinking about how many other people this is happening to. So at the time, there was a gentleman by the name of Buddy Collette, which most of you know. Buddy Collette, Clora Bryan, and Michael White. We did a show in the Valley. It was a conversation around the status of jazz and what is happening in the jazz industry at that time, and it was 2010. So the three of them came with me. Michael Patterson at that time did a show with, it's escaping me, brother out of D.C. Mama D, help me, you know him. Can't even think of his name right now. But anyway, we did a show with him. He was doing it around the Grammy weekend. And they came and they talked about their legacies and how, they've been in this business for X amount of years, and just how to help protect their legacies while they were alive. And so it prompted me to come up with this whole series, which we did at the Regency West in 2010. And it was around a conversation. We did panel discussions. And if you go to my Facebook page, for those who are on Facebook, and look up into my photo albums back to 2010, I have those cards still in there for those shows that we had. And it was conversations around protecting the legacies of jazz musicians. Well, from that 2010 moving forward, I just started on this path of making sure that my generation knew about or know about every jazz and blues legend that is here in Los Angeles. I'm not going to travel to other states to do this work. I just decided to do the work here where I'm at. My goal, my vision, and my heart is for this type of work that I'm doing to be done all over the world on a particular day. That on that day, the world lifts up all the jazz and blues legends right where they are. They don't have to be here in California. They could be wherever they are. Give them their honors while they are alive. That's why it's the Living Legend Foundation. And I found that I don't need to talk about our past legends so much as I need more to talk to those who are still here with me. And the reason and my passion is for that is because those that have gone on, there's nothing that we could do about their legacies. If the families did not take care and preserve and protect them before they passed on, it would be very difficult to try to do that at this point. So it's important that I now get this message out to generations that are still here, help protect their legacies. And it's some simple stuff, you guys, that started out very simple for me. Names. Most of the jazz and blues legends that we've honored over these past 7 years, they're over 60 years old. The internet was not even around when they started doing their craft. But this internet, which I call internet hell, excuse me for saying that, but sometimes it can become a web of hell for people. Unbeknownst to them, you don't know what people are saying about you. You don't know what they're posting out there about you. You don't know how they're using your legacy. So it became very clear to me to make sure that we just cover the basic first step, owning your name. Your name as intellectual property. LindaMorgan.com, AaronMorgan.com. We own those. I will never let those domains go because that's my name. There are thousands of Linda Morgans out there, and I'm not even sure if I own my name, but I bet you I own LindaMorganJazz.com because that has become the purpose of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Aaron Morgan, I purchased my son's name. He is 16. I own his name. And it had gotten so much into my spirit that I literally had a $25,000 GoDaddy credit card. And I was purchasing these domains left and right as I started doing this work for the legends to make sure that I held them for them. I still own abbylincoln.com, .net, .org. If anybody out there in this and hears this and have any connections to Abby Lincoln's family, please get in contact with me. I have paid for this domain for years. I registered it on my birthday, and she passed away literally days after my birthday in July 31st when I bought this domain, I believe in 2011. So I've had it all these years. And the reason I'm protecting it is because no one will be able to erect a website under abbylincoln.com, .net, or .org and collect financial gain under her name. I never met her, didn't know her, but my spirit had me to look her name up when I was in this process of talking about domains. And so I purchased it. It's that simple. Anybody could purchase your name and use it for whatever gain they want to if you don't do it first. And so it became this awareness for me to tell the legends about just buying your name. If you can't afford to buy it, it's only $10 to $20 for a year. Have your grandkids, have your children to buy it and protect it for you. Keep it in the family so that no one else can take advantage of it. That's all I'm saying. It starts there. We can go on and talk about your work of arts, your music, and all of that. But if your name is not protected so that people are not able to put that on the internet hell, to put your information out there to the world and represent you out there to the world, unbeknownst to you, then that's where you can at least start. So enough about that, because that's really been on my heart. And it's even deeper than that, because everything is about marketing for an artist. People search for you. They look for you online to hire you. They look for you online to give you awards. They look for you online now because everything is internet. Everything is online. And so if they can't find you online, then it becomes difficult to keep you viable, your work, to get you work. Then it becomes word of mouth. But if you have a presence on the internet, which sadly that's where we've gotten to, you have to have a presence. And the only way that you can have a presence is that someone takes the time and input your information into the internet. Something as simple as all this social media stuff. This social media, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. There are thousands. And by the time we all age, there'll be millions more. I decided a long time ago, I'm not dealing with none of it. I'm going to hash into this Facebook, and that'll be it. I mean, years ago when I first started, there were so many other types of... I was live streaming in 2010 before live streaming was even thought about. There was a company called Mogulus. Me and a girlfriend, Letitia, who is out in Atlanta, we were doing live streaming for those who were here in LA, at the Townhouse. Jam sessions. I was live streaming jam sessions back then. So this is not foreign to me, but this is a great medium to get the word out to the masses, to millions of people at one time. This show with Morris Media Live, she is all over the world, and I bring my international self into her world. Felicia Morris. This is her studio, and I am so grateful to be here. And it just brings me back full circle because Barbara Perkins introduced this medium again to me when she had her show. She was doing her show, Sisters at the Well, and Felicia was the studio engineer at that time. And then Barbara said, well, why don't you take a Sunday and do Sisters in Jazz? And I loved that. And so just recently, just bringing it back all full circle, coming into doing the 8th show of our Jazzabrations series, I said, you know what? I got to get into this. I got to take back this platform to be able to gather my own legacy preservation. I got to be able to talk to the individuals that I'm honoring. I just got to be able to have them to tell their story to me. Of all people who I am taking the pleasure to introduce them to a ton of people who don't know them, love them once they meet them, once they hear them play, once they see them up close and personal, fall in love with the music. And the whole point of this is to have them, to remember them, and to help me. And here's where this plea is coming in at. I am on a mission now to have an army of friends and jazz and blues supporters. This is for my authors, my writers, my bloggers, my videographers. Help me to build a massive library of information around the jazz and blues legends so that we can put this out there to the world about them while they are here, giving them their flowers while they're here. And that's why this honoring and celebration came about, is because I wanted to bring them all into a room of people who love and wanted to hear and support them. And so by coming to my church here at Morningside, and Pastor Mark and Bonnie, you guys can start calling in because I'm just talking to fill in the air at this point. But I just wanted to get that part out there, that they saw something in me to say, bring this to our church. Bring the Jazzabrations to the church, and we will help you do it every month. Well, we are 8 months in as of today. Thank you, Pastor Bonnie. Thank you, Pastor Pastor Bonnie, listen to me. First Lady. Now I'm getting silly. First Lady. Okay, I got to stop. First Lady, you know me. First Lady and Pastor Mark and Pastor Penn for supporting, and my whole church family. When you guys come today, you will see them. They are so loving. They are giving. From Betty at the bar to Joycelyn, your hostess. We will all be there to serve you today for our 8th Jazzabration. It is going to be exciting. If you don't have your tickets already, like I said, I do have a couple of tables still available for walk-ups. It's $25 at the door. And please bring your nice, fresh attitude, and we will welcome you. I wanted to talk about something that happened yesterday. One of our pastors, Henry Brown, put on an amazing event on the east side. I'm from the east side. I was born and raised on the east side of Los Angeles. The event was held between 82nd and 80th on San Pedro Street. He closed off the streets, had lots of vendors, lots of supporters, and it was a great event. I went out to that event, not knowing what to expect or anything like that, but I went out there, and a great friend of mine's, it's been 9 years now, put my mind in the mindset of recycling my black dollars. Recycling black dollars is an actual entity. Oh, I'm going to put that point on hold. I got a caller. Good morning. This is Linda who's calling. Where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is Anthony. Or you have just mentioned Pastor Penn. Hi.
Hi. Good morning, Pastor Penn. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Putting the finishing notes on my sermon for today.
Great. Did you have some?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, did you have something that you wanted to say this morning?
Well, I'm glad to see you up and at it this early in the morning. You know, I already think you're phenomenal with the work you do, simply because you're always figuring out how to do something for someone else. And I just love that part about you. This whole thing around Jazzabration and Jazz Living Legends and the legacy preservation has nothing to do with you. It's all about you giving back to the jazz community. And I have just always thought that was phenomenal. From the first day I met you and you told me what you do, I think I said it at that point. I says, wow, there's not a selfish bone in there. And that's just giving at its finest. And, I always believe it's God first, others second, me third is the way I try to order my life. And so when I see this that you're doing, yeah, I can relate to the efforts you're putting forward.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've tried to model and live this life around this purpose. And I don't see myself stopping until I'm giving you guys a definitive date. I will be stopping when I turn 60. So just know I got 4 years left. Get it all out of me now. I will be 60 and traveling the world in 4 years. But thank you for calling in.
Well, it's my pleasure. Are you going to be playing any of your favorite jazz tunes this morning?
No, we're not going to play any music today. I'm just going to talk about my experience of being out at the Eastside Connection yesterday with the people that I met. And then I'm going to be taking calls. And so that I can get prepared to come and be at church at 11 a.m. I hope some of my friends come and join me at church this morning at 11 a.m.
I hope some of your friends come and join you at church this morning at 11 a.m. also.
Well, thank you so much again for calling in.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. So, yes, thank you. Thank you again for calling in. And please, those who I've talked to and you said you would call in, get on the line and just dial in. I don't know if you're experiencing busy signals or what, but just keep trying to dial in and we'll definitely chime in and take your call. So back to yesterday on, going to the event. Didn't really have any objectives of going to the event. So I ended up meeting some great individuals. First one I'm going to talk about, you guys can't see it because of the light, but I have on a t-shirt and it says, "No fear, only faith." No fear, only faith. I met the brothers who have a website where you can buy online, and they have, it's a retail store, designer brands, 100% authentic, new and pre-owned items. Ain't that right, First Lady? First Lady got her Coach bag for $25 yesterday. She was excited. But the website is KUMNGITIT.com. ComeAndGetIt.com. Juan and Jonte Carter are the owners of that retail store online. Hey, Juan. Hey, Jonte. I'm saying hi to you guys. I told you I would. There you go. Now, your next commercials, we got to talk about it, okay? Again, on that same day, yesterday, I ended up meeting a sister named Kedron. I am actually wearing her lip gloss. Ladies, it's fabulous. And y'all know I don't wear makeup, but this happens to be some fabulous lip gloss. Can't really tell you about it, but she has lots of colors, lots of brands, and her company is called Kage Lip Gloss, Kage, and her website is kagelipgloss.bigcartel.com. Hey, Kedron, there's your shout out, girl. Call in. Let me know how things are going. And so, excuse me. You know what? I have become so brand conscious now by having this show. I'm going to tell you how that relates to what I'm about to say. Me and Felicia walked over to the 7-Eleven to get some coffee. I said, "Who's the owner here? Who's the owner at the 7-Eleven?" So he wasn't there. I said, when will he be here? I said, "I'd like to talk to him." And he said, oh, he'll be here during the afternoons at 1 o'clock. I said, oh, okay. Well, great. Because if we're going to be drinking coffee in the morning and it's from 7-Eleven, then they're going to have to pay me. So I just thought that I would start getting my mind around all the people who could be potential sponsors to help pay for this wonderful branding here, this opportunity of getting us. Oh, okay. Whenever I stop like that, we got a call. So thank you for calling. Good morning. This is Linda.
Hey, are you live right now, Linda?
Yes, I am. Who is this?
This is Kedrin. I'm calling in.
Hey, Kedrin.
Hi.
Yes, I am live. You don't see me on morrismedialive.com?
Yes, I do.
So how did you just hear me talk about your lip gloss that I'm wearing?
Yes, I want to call you, Linda. Thank you for the shout out.
You're so welcome. And I want people to know that you are a wonderful sister who is trying to do the thing. And KAGE, lipgloss.bigcartel.com, and you can purchase from her. We're into recycling our dollars with us. So that's the reason why I'm taking this time to do this for you, Kedra.
Thank you, Linda. And that lip gloss looks awesome on you, too.
Oh, thank you. And I really don't. We got it. The lighting makes me look all gold. So my face color.
Yeah, I still see it. It looks great. It looks awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, maybe if you're not busy, come out to the show tonight. Bring some stuff and see if you want to set up a little table. I'm just off the cuff. You know, my past team committee, I haven't talked to y'all about this, but we met her yesterday. So, you know, if you want to come and set up a little table and have lip gloss, come on out. I don't care.
Okay, where are you going to be at?
8722 Crenshaw Boulevard.
Okay.
5 o'clock. So get there about 4 o'clock so we can set you up a little table. We have tons of women, so it'll be an opportunity.
All righty.
All right, dear. See you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See, those are the kind of things I'm talking about. Community. Just meeting her yesterday, wearing her lip gloss today, giving her an opportunity to come out. I'm not pretentious at all. But you know what, you guys? I forgot that I had invited my friend to come and tell you a little bit about... This is so amazing. Anyway, some years ago, I don't remember how many years it's been. Was that in 2010? In 2010, I met an incredible artist, a world-renowned artist who have some fabulous jazz art pieces. And his name is Emmy Lou. Emmy Lou is here in the studio with me. In 2010, Emmy Lou has a gallery in Beverly Hills, and we used to do a show called the Art and Jazz Extravaganza. So we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to bring Emmy Lou on the show with me. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, okay? You guys stay tuned. Thank you guys for joining me back. Just took that quick commercial break. That is my brother's son, my big brother, Ray Fuller. Hey, if you're in the house, give me a shout out. Call me. When I put out on Facebook, I needed a song's intros for the show. He was the first one to drop Naima on the Facebook page, so that's why I'm playing it, my big brother, Ray Fuller. Back to what we were talking about, and the art and jazz extravaganzas that we used to do in Beverly Hills at Emmy Lou's Gallery. They were just fun afternoons where we showcased jazz, had a trio. Jock LaSure came through, David came through. Quite a few people came and was part of that experience. We had a little trio. And Emmy Lou's Gallery is very phenomenal. It's right in Beverly Hills off of Olympic and what's that cross street? Robertson. So Emmy called me up and he said, "You still doing shows?" I said, "Yes, Emmy, I'm still doing shows." He said, "Well, we need to get back to showcasing the art." And I said, "Absolutely, Emmy." So he is here with me today. Thank you for coming in. Say hello to Emmy Lou, world-renowned artist. If you go to Emmy, it's spelled EMMYLU galleries.com, you will see his amazing work. A lot of my friends have his art. They have picked it up. We did some shows at Lavender Blue when we were doing Taco Tuesdays there. We did art shows at Regency West when we were having shows there. He's done displays all over the world with his art. So I asked Emmy Lou to come in to the show today and talk about coming and bringing some art pieces for our blues show today. So we didn't bring any in for you to see because we want you to be able to go to Emmy Lou Galleries and take a look at some of the pieces and come out tonight and see them live and up in color. Welcome, Emmy. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Linda. I'm glad to see you once again.
Absolutely. So, Emmy, if you could tell the world why you love painting so much.
Because I grew up with it. I started painting when I was 3 years.
3 years old?
Yes.
Wow. And he has a massive collection. He's done paintings with Muhammad Ali, Michael Jackson. I mean, you name them. Prince. So I am always inspired to know that I have some incredible friends. So I have some incredible friends, and you are one of them.
Thank you.
And so I welcome this opportunity for people to get to know you again in my life and be a part of collecting art. I have some famous art friends, too. There are a lot of you, like Cynthia St. James and Charles Bibbs. I don't need to name drop, but exactly. These are people who I actually know. And, but your jazz pieces, they rung out to me because of the intricacies of the jazz pieces. And so we'll have a few of them to show you this afternoon when you come. But I just wanted Emmy to come on the show and say hi. And
how's everybody over there?
Yes. We are live all over the world, Emmy. And I know you are from which background?
Uganda.
Uganda.
My father was Uganda's ambassador at the United States for years when I was a kid.
Absolutely. And so being that you are this phenomenal artist that is here and spreading your work all over the world is amazing.
Well, thank you very much, Lynn. And
thank
congratulations for expansion.
Absolutely.
We started very small. I remember when we had a computer moving around. Now it's a bigger studio, and we encourage our listeners to support this cause, to support their radio station.
Absolutely. And you know how we could support it? Jesus turned over the tables of the money changers in the church, selling stuff at the church events. Okay. I'm just reading the message that was coming across. Okay.
To add on to that line, I would like to remind the listener that I personally was supposed to be a pastor. But when you read that line in Latin, I studied Latin, studied the Bible in Latin. Jesus' problem was beyond that, and the event Linda is talking about it's not going to be direct in the church prayer location. Jesus' problem was people going there bring people under the pretense of coming to donate to the church, but it ended up that they were trading direct to where prayer was supposed to be. So hopefully the listener who wrote that would understand this is not trying to undercut Jesus' message of prayer. It's to encourage people to come and look at a cultural exchange in a location where Linda probably is going to designate where that is going to be.
Absolutely. And these opportunities are always ways for us to give back to what the purpose is of what we're doing as well. Everything has a plan and a purpose. And our my goal is always, and my heart is always, to make opportunities to give and to give back to each other.
That's right.
So that is something that, I'm definitely looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Absolutely. And I know that a lot of times I'm just overwhelmed with the heart of just being a service to others and being that vehicle and that tool to make things happen for many people. And so I do have to, take the time to make sure that I'm focused and that I'm doing things, accordingly. But my heart is always in the right place to make things happen in a certain way.
And we're honored to have Linda, who has been working tirelessly to promote the message of jazz. So unfortunately, some of our jazz moguls, people who initiated that format, are dying gradually because they're aging out.
Yes.
But Linda has been very, very, I shouldn't say aggressive, but she's been very, very graceful in trying to use her energies. For years, I've attended some of her shows, and she has awarded a lot of these famous people who have started that format, and we should all be proud of Linda's work. And we should support her whenever she did events.
Thank you so much. And like I was sharing with them earlier, it's just been my passion to make sure that their legacies are carried on for generations to come. Emmy, EMMYLU, galleries.com is Emmy Lou's website. And so you can go there and look at the beautiful artwork that he has on his site. And so, I was telling them, Emmy, before you came in, I went to this event yesterday, which would have been another great place for you to have showcased your art. Our pastor, Henry Brown, at our church put on an event on the east side San Pedro. I was born and raised here in L.A., so the east side, you couldn't really come past Central Avenue back in the days. And so we were relegated to staying on the east side. So he put together this event, and he called it the East Side Connection. And it was vendors out there of all walks of life. And I had met a few vendors. I'm wearing one of their T-shirts, No Fear, Only Faith. That stuck out to me because I don't have any. I've had fears. But only with faith are you able to overcome those fears. So this shirt rung out to me, and I told the guys, I said, give me the shirt, and I'll wear it on my show this morning and talk about you.
That's nice.
This lipstick that I'm wearing, this lip gloss, sister out there, Cage, lip gloss, doing her thing. So I told her I would wear it. I don't really wear makeup, but I would wear it just to put her out there in front of this listening audience. And then there is a couple of other companies that I wanted to talk to you about that I met out there. And this was just in a span of less than an hour.
Brief moment.
A brief hour of just walking. It was only 2 blocks of vendors from 80th, I believe 82nd to 80th. Is, just 2 blocks. And he did a phenomenal job. Great job, Pastor Henry Brown. If you're listening to this show, call in 323-293-3375. Just wanted to give you some love and tell you did a great job yesterday in putting that event together. A lot of hard work, and it paid off. Because I I'm just one person. And if I was able to go out there and support 4 or 5 businesses during that 1 hour's time, that is impactful for the community itself. Another company that I met out there was Flavors Spice Company.
Okay.
Oh my God. This sister, her and her husband created their own spices because she was health-wise. She created it so that she could flavor her food and not have all that chemicals, all the additives that come with the stuff that we eat. You know, there's all kind of sicknesses that come around the things that we eat. So she created 7 different spices. And those who come to the show, you will get to see some of them. I'm not going to tell you how. You just have to come and experience it. I'm not going to give away the idea of her product, but you will taste it and you will experience it at the show today. And then there was this other sister. You may not be able to see this, but this little necklace that I have on, I don't know which way to move, right here.
It's glittering.
Yes. This sister was out there. I believe her name was Michelle. She was selling her accessories. And I and First Lady Bonnie, we just went crazy. We have these. I'm not going to give that away. We have something, for the show. And, those people who will partake in that will get those things that we purchase. I'm going to leave it at that. But these were just 4 vendors that was out there that we gave back to that day, yesterday. So I just wanted to put a shout out to them. And this is something that is dear to my heart, is helping us to get out into the community and help each other.
Yes.
And this is when I told Felicia about doing this show, I said, Felicia, I just want to be able to give back to everybody. This is not a show for me. Everything, I don't know why, but everything I do is not for me. It's for others. Because in return, I know that I'm making a difference. And that's what makes me happy, is making other people happy. If I can just do this work and be of service to other people, I get that gratitude of being and doing and being and doing. And so that's why I said, I have to do this show. I have to put my own voice out here to tell people, about the work of the jazz and blues legends. I want to be able to every week have 5 or 10 promo cards of them doing their shows wherever they are. Send them in to me, you guys. My email address, linda@livinglegendfoundation.com, or you can send it to lindamorgan2016 at Gmail. Send me your flyers, your information about what you're doing, and I will use this hour to promote you. It's not about me, it's about you. I will use this time and efforts to help you support what you're doing as you help support me in putting this platform out there to you. And so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm up early at 8:30. My show is tonight from 5 to 7. We've already got the fellowship hall all set up, and it's going to be amazing.
So I had a question, Linda.
Yes.
Is this show going to be weekly?
My radio show?
Yes.
Yes, it will be weekly. We will not be here next week, which is Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
So I will be back on September the 10th, and it will be from 3 to 4.
Okay.
So my regular scheduled time is from 3 to 4 on Sunday afternoon. But when I have my show that Sunday morning, I do it in the morning from here, 8:30 to 9:30. So just once a month, it's going to be 8:30 to 9:30, and that's the day of the show. So I welcome you guys to call in, 323-293-3375. Let me know your thoughts. Say hello to Emmy. Those who know Emmy, call in and say hi. But otherwise, Emmy, when we used to do we called it Art and Jazz Extravaganza. Yes. And you're very good friends with some very famous music producers.
Yes.
Who always come out and try to support your event. Tell us about them a little bit.
Well, when you started, I think we made phone calls to different people.
Yes.
Matter of fact, one time I think I had Brian Holland
Yes.
But he never mentioned his name. He sneaked in there. Brian Holland is a legend. Those are the guys who wrote hit songs of the Motown during the 60s and 70s heydays.
Yes.
And they collected a lot of my work with his brother, Ed. So they used to call them HDH, Holland Dozier Holland.
Yes.
And they were fervent collectors of my work. And we had other famous people sneaked in there, incognito.
Yes.
And it was always really great, and I always wished Linda greater success, because when you started it, most of us were going through major financial problems. A lot of our friends lost houses, a lot of our friends went bankrupt, and those, like you said, those who believed in the word of the power of God, and they stuck to their faith, they were not afraid.
That's right.
And they're still here. Linda is here, going up every time I've seen her, and she looked exactly the same as I saw her 5 years.
Yes, God is definitely keeping me youthful at this age and stage in my life. And I have a 16-year-old that keeps me pretty excited.
He was a very young kid when you did the shows.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, he just texted me and asked me, where is he supposed to be? Mr. Aaron Morgan, if you're looking at your mommy on live, it's right here at 4309 Crenshaw Boulevard. Text me and call me. I will look down at my phone and see you. Okay. But he has grown so tall now. He is 6'3".
Wow. Way taller than me.
Oh, my God. He's way taller than both of us. And he is just amazing. Amazing kid that keeps me young.
Exactly.
So my little shout out to Mr. Aaron Master Morgan. He will be one of our servers today.
Oh, really?
So I'm teaching him and two of his little friends to be in hospitality. So they will be serving the food that we will prepare for our guests today.
And I'm also going to be nonpartisan, family nonpartisan, to add to Linda's statement regarding her son. She has a daughter. I'm not so sure how old she is right now. She came and did a lot of marketing one time.
Yes.
She did the phone calls. I remember she did some of the brochures on the computer.
Yes.
So we're indebted to her efforts when she was so young.
Yes. My baby, Imani, is 26.
Wow.
She will be 27 in November. I am a glamour. Yay. I can't show my glamour, my grandbaby online, because that's just
amazing.
A taboo. But I have an amazing 5-month
That's amazing.
granddaughter named Golden. I can't wait to see you, Golden. I'm sorry, I'm going reversing, but yes, I have Golden now.
Congratulations on that.
Yes, I am excited, so excited. This from this child who said, I will never have any children. I'm not giving you no grandkids. You better get them from Aaron. But
Wow. That's quite interesting.
So God answer my prayers, yes, because I put stuff in the universe and he returns. But anyway, I know the First Lady and the pastor, they are driving on their way in to church. So it's 9:22. Our church service starts at 11. So quick, immediately after I leave the studio at 8 minutes. See how fast this hour goes? I told you, Felicia, you don't even have to worry about it. An hour goes fast. It is 9:22. We have 8 more minutes. And whoever wants to get their calls in, please call in at 323-293-3375. I look forward to talking to you as me and Emmy just continue to sit here and chat it up. But I do remember, I believe Jacques LaSure was one of our first jazz. Artists that we have. We would have just trios, guitar, drums, and a bass, or whatever combination that would come and play at the studio. And so Emmy has asked me to come back and do some more of those, and I think, Emmy, I do want to do that. Expansion is that's what it's all about.
We'll be more than happy to host it again.
Absolutely. Now you have an event coming up.
Yeah, I had one yesterday, and it was good, but we tried to do another one early September.
Okay. So he had an event at the gallery, and the address to the gallery is 812?
That is 418.
418 South Clark
Drive.
And that's right
Over
off
there.
of Olympic and
Robertson.
Robertson. So if you guys ever want to come out and see some of the artwork, hit me up.
And I would like also to give the listeners our gallery number,
yes,
which is 310-227-5818.
Yes. And you can call Emmy Lou if you're interested. You know, we have some serious art collectors that are jazz fans as well. And he has some phenomenal jazz pieces, y'all. You should take a look at EmmyLouGalleries.com. EMMYLU Galleries, plural.com. And look into that artwork and you will be amazed.
And we have a promotion going on. If anybody calls and they're interested in one of the images on the website, they buy 2, they get 1 free.
What, Emmy?
Yes.
Okay, but you got to say that you saw him on the show, and that's how you're going to get that wonderful discount. Now,
Exactly.
That is amazing, Emmy.
And what I would like to commit to this radio station, Linda, is if anybody purchases works of art from us, having known the gallery from your radio station, would like to donate a 5% on everything that's sold to go to support this radio station. And I would encourage your listeners to really pledge to support these radio stations that are coming up that support our communities.
Oh, thank you, Emmy. That is so amazing. That every little bit helps. That is so much appreciated because, yes, I'm putting myself out here financially to support this, but yeah, you're right. It takes support to keep it going. I don't want this to just be a 1 or 2 show radio station. I want this to be forever. I want this to go to the hands of the next person who wants to take it over. And, you know, quite frankly, this is our community. This is our radio station. I'm offering this to all of you who want to be a part of it. You know me. If you know me, you know me. And you know that what I do is never about me. It's about us. I may say I sometime, and some people get offended because I say I. But it's always about us and we.
And
so,
Linda, I would suggest something that I saw when I was doing some of my shows in Britain. I met this lady. She was doing a radio show, talk show like you're doing. And they put 5 of my pieces. They were small pieces. We had easels.
Oh, look,
so
she
the
got it.
screen. Oh, she got the pieces there. So
find those jazz pieces, Felicia.
So when you can do the same thing there.
Right.
We put 5 pieces on the screen there, and we asked our audiences to do a live auction bid on the pieces, and they all sold. And the radio station, of course, they had their expenses. So we put at least 20%. We gave more because they had a live show direct to the audience. And you should think of doing that.
Okay.
Like she's just showed an image there. You could display a piece like that and tell the audience. We starting bid, we tell them the gallery price, and we just run it very briefly. Whoever wins the bid takes the piece, and we deliver it to their home, because if people live here in Los Angeles,
they can get it from the gallery.
The following day. We can deliver it, or they can pick it up from the gallery.
Well, I have friends all over the world. This is international. I am an international.
We have a shipping agency.
We can ship it to you, and to make sure that you get it. Was that a caller? No, that was Felicia's phone. But anyway, so those are some of his wonderful art pieces that Felicia was able to put up on the screen. See, guys, I'm telling you, I got some amazing friends. I have some amazing friends. And I always want to be able to give opportunities to my amazing friends. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the comeandgetit.com's card that I picked up yesterday. Come, KUMNGITIT.com.
And Linda would like to also thank Felicia our producer today.
Yes.
Nobody sees her there, but she's very meticulous, and these are people we should really support because without her, we can't be here right now.
That's right. And I appreciate her. She knows it, getting up early on this Sunday morning, coming in here and helping me to get these shows off the ground.
Right.
This is my second one, and I look forward to doing so many more.
So, Linda, let me ask you another question. How did you get to expand to the glamorously here?
I just said I'm going to do it. Nothing comes without putting it out there in the universe. And once you put it in the universe, you put the action behind it.
I see.
If you always talk about what you're going to do, what you can do, what you almost can do, you will never make it happen unless you put the action behind it. And a good friend of mine, my mentor, George Frazier, say, fail, fail, fail. Fail many times to reaching success.
Right.
And so we're in the 1 minute mark. Oh, look at that wonderful piece of artwork. I thank you guys for hanging with me for this 1 hour time. And I look forward to seeing you tonight at the show. And it's at 8722 Crenshaw Boulevard, Morningside United Church of Christ, for our Jazzabration tonight, which will be a blues extravaganza with Bernie Pearl, Joe Kincaid, Lady Gigi, Guitar Shorty in the house, as well as Victor Curvis is going to be on bass, and Fritz Wise on drums. So I look forward to seeing you guys until tonight, and until the 10th, please spread the word. Jazzabrations Live on MorrisMediaLive.com. Thank you guys so much for coming and being a part of the show. We will see you later. Talk to you later.